Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. Today we'll be working in our dark vintage or Victorian journal. And this is a fairly new one. And we've only done a couple of things in it. And I wanted to, this is totally out of my comfort zone, working with such dark colors and more of jewel tone colors. So I went through, and if you could see my desk right now, it is horrendous. I've got so much stuff because of working in two journals, and things are totally different in each, that I've got the whole side over here from the top all the way back is full of junk. So in order to organize, I actually went through the center shelf over here and pulled everything off, trying to reorganize it. And I found a ton of 6x6 papers. I totally forgot about. So I went through some of them, and there's some I think we could use. Just got to make sure because like on these, I can never tell which is top or bottom. So, but I can see the words behind it, and the way, you can see the script on here to make sure you've got it in the right way, which I think that's it on that one. Then that goes that way. This one, I don't know which way it goes, but I've got that one. Then I would think that, because you have the lines here, but then over here, you've actually got the script going this way. So then the lines are going that way. And then the printed part, it's going that way. So, but these are 6x6 papers that I found. Well, cardstock. And even things like this can be used. They don't always have to be, black and gray tones. And of course, all I did was reach in, pull out the first two papers I grabbed. So we have those. But what I want to try and do is sort of bring out some more colors on the page itself. So I wanted to experiment. Now, I did, in cleaning off the shelf, I've got a bin that has all my re-inkers in it. So I went through and totally filled up, topped off all my ink. So I don't know how moist these are going to be. So that's the hickory smoke one. So, and then I brought out my brushes. I want to see if we could actually just sort of play with backgrounds. Now, y'all know I hate things getting crossed. And this is, I'm using the dauber first because I don't know how moist these, let's see, and this is a fairly new dauber. So, or it's a new thing on it. So that looks like that. Let me grab this one here. We'll see how this one comes out. Ooh. And it's hard to blend. I'm not sure I'm liking that one. And then of course, now this is hickory smoke, this is aged mahogany. This one is black soot. So there's that one. And now I've got this one left. Yeah, it does have that. It works better if you tap off that beginning. So that's not too bad. I think I can work with these. So let me set this aside. And let's try these out. So if I do, I'm just going to remove the lids here. And then, since this seems to be the darkest one. And I can always go over the edge with the black soot. All I'm doing is bringing a little bit of color to the page. I think that's going to work good. Yeah, that, although I don't like that big burst of it there. Okay, now, I think I'm going to have to bring that page back because I'm going to need something to tap that first part off. And then I'm going to come in here behind it with the black soot. I do like the way it's starting to come together right there. You know, the way it's starting to blend. Yeah, I know. I'm not tamping it off on this side. But it's almost like the brush, just scoot that under here. So I've got something to go along that edge with. Because I really don't want to get it on the material, but I do want to bring that down some. Yeah, we need a little bit more. Let me transfer this over here. Because that is kind of light there, and I do want, because this is black, I do want some darkness there. Get out of there. Bring that down somewhere. Yes, I like that a lot better. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on this one and on this one. So that's that one, that's that one, and these two, I better keep them right. Now I'm going to come in here with the gray, all in here, although it's not going to show up too much on the coffee dyed part, but it does give it a little bit of modeling on that side. That's not too bad. That's really not too bad. Put the clip there, and let's see what we end up with on this side. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. So, good thing to know. Yeah, sometimes a little experimenting is, it's basically all we need. Now, move that one out before I end up getting that ink everywhere. Set those to a side. I don't know about that one. That one may not be too bad. I do like the roses on top and bottom. Not that one. Let's go with this one. And what I want to do on here is I'm going to come in here a little bit away from that top and just tear, almost like I'm tearing out that corner. And this one here, tear this part here off. Now I didn't tear off too good there, so just that little piece there. Now, let's go in with, let's use the black soot on this. Go around the edges here. I said, I'm not used to working with, such bold colors in my junk journals. So bear with me. It's all a learning process, but how are you going to know what you like and what you don't like if you don't get a chance to play with it? And that's basically what we do with our junk journals. We play. We have fun. We experiment. Now, I know I want that one there. And I'm going to put this one all the way over. Maybe farther up, farther down. Yeah. Okay. Now, I know that's got a smaller tip to it. So, I'm getting tired of playing with a small tip. So we'll pull up one. This one's got a little bit bigger opening in it. So, or do I want that with this coming over it? Ooh. Yeah, let's do that first. Eek. See, just because I already put glue on that page doesn't mean it can't wait a moment. Yeah. We're allowed to change our minds. Just like that. And then I'm going to come in with this one and make it look almost like a tuck. Almost like it's tucked in there. I like that. I really do. I got that. And put this one here. Right under there like that. So that I can come in here with this one. But which way? Or do I even want, do I want the whole thing? I could come in here with just half of it. But I do like that side going over. Okay. That's what we're going to do. I'm simply going to tear this off here. And I do want because the torn edge can show the white. Get rid of the white edges here. Because originally this paper's white, then the ink is put down on it. So yeah, I think we're gonna go that way. And you know, you could do a journal and just have it full of your experiments. Different things that you try. That's always good too. Now, I do have that little cap. Yes, I like that. I think maybe, oh, we do have some more red on here. Just gonna come in here and just give it that little touch of red on there. Almost like a blush. And I'm just gonna do that one flower up there. Just like that. I think that looks good. Now, I'm not going to throw this away because there's still things we can use with it. So we'll set that aside. But what I do want, and I'm trying to keep things organized. But see, we have that window over there, so that won't do. I do have another one of those with those flowers, but we use that on the other pages. That's not good color tone. But we have that butterfly. That's a maybe. And I'm just looking here. Ooh, I do have the metallic. But would that get lost there? I don't know. That's up in the air. That is entirely up in the air. I'm trying to look down here to see what else we have that would do it. And I do have all these washi tape. I know I want to use one of those. I don't think so. I think that's the only one we're going to use, and that's just for the labels. Let's come down here in our stickers. Let's see, we could actually come in and, because that's not too different from that. So we could use that one. I don't like that one there. I know I had some more of these down here. Yeah, they're down at the bottom. Where are they? Where are they? I have that. Let me just pull out and see what I've got. And then we'll go from there. That one. I already have one of those. We have this one, or, yeah, but that's got the back, the black backing. Maybe. Maybe. Did I see? No, that was that. I thought there was a key in here, but I don't see it. Nope. All right, let's start with these and see what we can come up with. I see, I do like that. And we can actually overlay those, and then coming up here, almost like a, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going for it. You know, wait a minute. Before I do that, there were some others that came in with those stickers. They were stickers. And I know they're up here on my desk somewhere. I just have to find them. Find where I put them. Well, I know I had them here somewhere. Do you do that? Do you set things down, wanting to remember, and say, like, okay, I know I want to make sure I can find these, and then you can't find them? It's like I've got all this stuff on my desk. I have napkins. I've got everything but what I'm looking for. And I knew I put it up here so that I would find it. And now I don't see it. Oh, and I really wanted to try those. Wait a minute, wait. Aha! I found them. See, those have some of the blue butterflies. That would lighten it up some. These were stickers that came in with that sticker pack. That I could possibly use. Ooh. That would be nice there. Maybe. What's on here? We do have that one. Now I do like the purple. That one's actually too big. That one could go right down the side. Or it could even, no, I don't want to do that one there. But I do want to do this one here. Is this, am I going to have to fussy cut it? That's, ooh, no I'm not. It looks like it pulls off. But now I'm wondering if it's supposed to be a sticker. But did that not cut through? Yep, it is. It's a very, I'm gonna come down here. I'm just gonna separate this one first and then I'll fussy cut it out. Because it's almost like a washi sticker. It looks like it's really very thin. So I want to be careful. On how I do this. I think I trimmed off some of the words, but it'll be okay. Nobody knows they were there this one, I know this side, because this is going to be on the darker side here. So let's just, I know the last spreads or so in both journals have been sort of excuse me, sort of heavily done. But, and I probably should be putting in pockets and tucks and what all, but I'm just having too much fun with the collaging. And you know, not every journal has to have pockets and tucks. They can be all collaging if that's what you want. It's your decision because it's your journal. There. Now I'm going to hang on to that 6 there. Now, I know I'm going to need my tweezers. Ugh. Already getting stuck on here. Yeah, that's not going to come off very easily. So, come on. Here we go. Move that up some. Now I am expecting this to curl up. Yep. It wants to curl. But I think just like that. I do like the way that turned out. Oh, I do like that. And I had a number 6 here. I'm not going to leave it behind. No sticker, washi, whatever, left behind. We need to use it. Over here. Yes, we have to use them. And I know I probably don't need to use this on this one, but why not? I know I had, where did I had a piece of tape up here. Sometimes I think I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. All right, and now number 6. Right there. Oh. We'll go there instead. Why not? Why not? But I do like the way that turned out. Okay. Make sure I keep my trash and my paper separate. So the last thing I want to do is throw out something that I want to hang on to. We do have this that I would kind of like to use. That would definitely go ahead and cover up that. Didn't we have, I don't know, would that show through there? That would definitely be there. Or, like I said, sometimes you have to audition your pieces. Just to see what would fit. Getting everything stuck on here. So, this one won't be too bad. It's just a simple square. Trim that part off. Come down here. Now, I want to make sure that that's going to fit in there. And it does. Good. So, take this part off. Remove my tape. and then putting one sticker on top of the other, but I am sort of mis-centering them. And that's done on purpose. Give it a little burnish, like that, because then I can set this just like that. Oh. I know I keep saying separate, put your trash in one space. Maybe here. And the more I'm looking at it, the more I don't think off-centering that is going to be a good idea. But because it is washi, we can change our mind. And we can reposition that. Because washi is a repositioning tape. So, there. There's still a little bit, it's a little off-centered, but nobody's really going to pay that much attention. Now we have this. This is where I'm thinking to come in with these. Yes, different page, different kind of flowers. It's not going to actually match what's on the other page exactly. But I like the flowers. So I'm just going around the edges here. And I know I've got some of the smaller flowers up here. And those I'll hang on to because, we use the smaller ones. Goes there. I want to try and get these almost as close as possible. Because the design that is printed on them, sometimes they're more matte. Like this one is a bit more matte than the background. The background is just definitely a very shiny PET tape. I still got ink all over my fingers. Oh, the joy of crafting. That off. I'm not going to worry about those there. Now, which way? Just like that. Just like that. As I had it, or should I go I think this way is best. There. So it covers up part of that and makes it part of the whole picture, which is what I'm striving for. That one can actually be incorporated up there. So again, just removing the bulk, the excess. That's good enough. My tape. because I wanted to, the whole idea is to get it to overhang and thus make it, this whole area as one. So I need to figure out which way would be best for that. It probably needed to go that way. But, oh, I like that. I do. I really like the way this is turning out. In a way, I almost wish this was on PET. Now, we had some butterflies here. Because I don't really think I like the darker butterfly. But I do think we need something for color. And that one being in the corner would be great. But are these pre-cut or not? Only one way to find out. Only one way to find out. Let's try here. Now, if it's pre-cut, it shouldn't. No, these are not pre-cut. So you actually have to cut these out. Okay. Not a problem. We've been cutting for most of this one. And it's easier just to trim, you know, cut what you can off, or cut the design off, and then come back in and trim around it so that, you know, it's what you want. And you know, there's a lot of little bumpy parts on this one. I'm not worrying about that. I'm trimming to where it's just ahead of those so that I still get those bumpy pieces. All right, tape goes down. That comes off. And then because that's a corner one, I could even do it to the corner of the page. Let's do that. All right, so there's that one there. Do I want another butterfly? Like I said, dark Victorian does not mean that everything has to be dark colors. It simply means that you're using more of the dark colors than normal. So I think that's going to be that for those. What else do we have? Or do I even need to pull something else? Now see, we do have darker butterflies on here. But I don't think those are going to be ones that will work. So now we need to come in and find maybe something else that would work. Nope, I don't think we're going to need that. I do. Nope, that's going to be defeatist. Ooh. Ooh. That would be good. And it's almost like a white lace. I got these in my birthday haul 2 years ago. And I know some of you have heard the story. These, when I go and look for different materials and things, it's always best to subscribe to these places, because then you can create a wish list. Now, a wish list is not something you know, at first you're going to buy. At least not for me, it is. What I do with the wish list is I go through, and if I see things that, oh, that looks interesting, I put it on my wish list. And then what I do is I go back through that list when I'm ready to purchase. And I go through what I have saved on there. And if it's something, it's like, yes, I can use this. Yes, this will be fun to use. Then I add it to my cart. And that's the way, that's what I do. Some places you can't do that, but most of the places I shop you can. So, I know that's a big shiny sticker. I'm sick of everything else. But look how nice that is. And get the glare off of it. It's almost like a piece of filigree on top of there. I do like that. Now, what else do we have in our little box here that we could probably pull out and use? Now, I do have another one of these. But I think that one would get sort of lost on there. I like that for down there. I just wish they wouldn't leave so much of the margin on these. I'm just going to come around here and trim around the edges here, the majority of it, because it's not the part I want. Now I know I've got this one little space here. That's no problem. A little snip, snip, and that part's gone. There, now I'm left with just this. So we'll come back here. Get down there. All these shiny backings, they do have a little static cling to them. That works. Is there anything else or do I want, or is this where I want to call it quits? I do not like that. Nope, 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 nope. Don't want those. Trying to see what else is in here. And I really don't see anything else that I would want to use. That may do. I know, I didn't really intend for this to be cluttered today, but I'm having so much fun. So, all the way around the outside. Just to take off, I mean, look how much margin they've left on this. Now, if I was going to tuck this under something, I probably would have left it. But because it's going on here, see, I like that better than, because I don't want that part covered up. I know it's a lot of shiny, but I'm good with it. Now see how it curls up there? Makes it difficult to see where you're placing it. So there. I like that. What do you guys think? Try to hold it so that we're not seeing so much of the shiny. Not bad. Not bad. We're still in our darker tones and jewel tones. So I think that's it. Yeah, I'm going to call that done for today. So if you've enjoyed what we've done today and the mess I have created, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, because subscribers are all very dear to us. The bell notification, so you'll be notified of when my videos arrive. Tuesday and Thursday are our Victorian journal video days. One will be our regular Victorian, which is this one here. And then the other day, it could be either Tuesday or Wednesday, will be in our dark Victorian journal. There'll also be, I'm trying to make it every Saturday, another video, which will be just a whatever video. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I forgot now. I just remembered. I had pulled these out. So that'll be Saturdays. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned for those. So hit that subscribe button, the bell notification, and join me back here as we do more videos in our junk journals. And we have a lot of crafty and wonderful things coming, especially at, over the summer. I mean, here it gets really, really hot. And I, for one, am not an outdoor person when it comes to all the heat. I've lost my rubber band. So, this is where we'll set it for today. I have to find a rubber band for that. So, see, just those two little labels. Ah, wonderful. So, until next time, hope to see you back here soon. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. So, bye, guys.